Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Charm City Sideline Podcast. This is the first podcast, I guess, in three, right? Technically, that we've covered one as a win because playoffs now last week and now this week, Ravens beat the Browns 41-17, week 2. 1-0 at home now. Brad, what are we thinking, man? It feels good to be back in the win column, I would say. I think that's what the title of that. Yeah, back in the W column. Feels good to say it.
Yeah, that's now 2 years in a row where you start with a loss and it's, you have the heartbreaker in the playoffs and then you start the next season with a loss and you feel like you forgot what it's like to win, and last year it took us until week 3 to feel this, and it's just good to get the win. Obviously Ravens started a little bit slow, but you look at the final score and it wasn't very close in this one. Obviously, Flacco coming back to Baltimore was pretty big, but I'm going to be honest, Zach, he's been away from Baltimore for so long, it didn't feel that weird. Like, he hasn't been a Raven for 7 years. When they played the Jets in 2022, I think that felt sort of weird to be playing against Joe Flacco, but now it's been a long time. So, I mean, it felt a little weird, but it felt pretty normal to me, to be honest.
It felt weird whenever it was Nate Wiggins picking him off. Like, I was trying to chase him down. It's like, and you're cheering, against him. That was what was weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, everything else was fine. There was a ton of highlights. I mean, I think that the garbage time touchdown was the only thing I was like, ugh, because you hate seeing that. But I think that a 41-10 victory, we would be sitting here saying there's almost no complaints. So, I mean, the start of the game was rough, right? It turns out, 10-3 at halftime? Is that right? 10-3.
I believe so, yeah.
I mean, blocked punt is our only time we get a touchdown just because we start at the 24-yard line. I was pretty nervous. I think that Browns kind of had tendency to stir up a little bit of drives, like in not this game, but in Cincinnati. So whenever I was thinking maybe they get a touchdown drive or two, and stay in this game if our offense can't get going. The first half, dude, we'll start bad. We'll start talking bad. That was pretty rough. I think that Lamar was getting talked bad about by the announcers. I mean, they were really one-sided.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I agree with Ross Tucker, what he was saying in the first half. I mean, it didn't look great. However, this is something I noticed in the first half is a lot of times when Lamar and the offense has a bad game, I feel like Lamar looks a little frantic sometimes. And today, the offense was not playing well, but Lamar looked really calm. And that was something I noticed today. And I felt like it was interesting for the Ravens to be playing bad, but Lamar looked really calm in the pocket still. But I felt like that was a positive sign. He goes on to throw 4 touchdowns, which that would have been crazy if someone told you that in the first quarter. But game starts with Browns got the ball first, and Teddy Buchanan starting this game. He played most of the game next to Roquan, and very quickly on the Browns' first drive, Zach, Roquan blew up a run in the middle, and then they threw a screen on 3rd and 15. On 2nd and 10, and Kyle Hamilton missiled in there. And made it 3rd and 15. I tell you, Zach, some of these plays when Kyle Hamilton, comes running into the screen and makes it like he's not even on the screen when the ball is being caught. And by the time the guy's turning around, he's getting crushed by Kyle Hamilton. It's amazing to watch.
Yeah, Wiggins had a crazy play like that later in the game. That was the most hype I got defensively besides, obviously the touchdown from Roquan. I was pointing a lot towards Roquan. I felt that was good. If I'm going to bang another bad drum, I think it's a little concern with Derrick Henry. I mean, maybe the Browns defense is really good. Maybe their front four is elite and top of the league.
Yeah.
But I don't like how bad our run game was really all of today. I don't have the exact number total. Henry had 23 yards. That's his 3rd least in his NFL career, I think. Which is kind of crazy as well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And 11 carries felt very small for him. We had 45 rushing yards total today. That is unheard of for the Ravens offense. Like, nowhere near that bad. Maybe I can recall like an 80 or a 90 yard, But like, holy crap. I think what people don't talk about, though, I think the first week versus the Browns last year, Henry had a rough game, was having a rough game, and had a big breakaway run in the end. So the numbers inflated it just with that. So I think this is the opposite, right? Where you see we barely had 2 yards a carry, and the offense was still able to succeed. Flacco had more rushing yards than Lamar. Is that true?
Flacco had 8. Lamar had 13. So
he almost did, though. That's a freaking conversation. You told me that he was anywhere near Lamar, I'd be like, what? Did we allow like 40 rushing yards to Joe Flacco? But yeah, I think Chris is right in the chat. The Browns can hang their hats on that, and it won't happen again. I like that. But yeah, the Henry fumble was weird. Is it bad to be concerned about Henry right now?
I'm not concerned about Henry. I'm concerned about the run blocking.
Okay. Disregarding the fumble?
There was nowhere. Okay, yeah. I will say the rest of that game, I was kind of bracing myself every time Derrick Henry was getting tackled. So I do agree with you on that standpoint about like the fumbling. Obviously, you hope that doesn't continue to happen. It was a great play. I mean, the punch out, I wish I could remember who it was. One of their DBs.
Great.
Those plays are pretty rare when they happen, getting a perfect punch on the ball. But still, I mean, that is 2 fumbles in 2 games. But in terms of like the overall game, the run blocking was awful. I don't have too much concerns about Derrick Henry per se in the run game. So,
yeah. Someone in the chat saying 77 has to go. I just think that Rosengarten and Falele were just kind of concerning.
Yes.
And again, this is what the Browns wanted to do. So it's not like it's the end of the world that Myles Garrett was beating them to death today. It's also Myles Garrett. But I totally agree. Khalil here in the chat, Project Pat is missed.
Yeah.
That is like when that, hopefully if he's back next week, along with likely practicing in the end, I think the 2 of them being back for a Lions game that if there's an over for that game or a total for that game,
oh my goodness, yeah.
Holy crap. They scored like 50 today. And the Ravens are averaging 40. My gosh. But still, I'm circling that. I would hope that his presence next week changes their run game for the better. I'm definitely circling that.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about this?
Oh Lord.
What? Okay,
We're getting the bad stuff out of the way. This is good. This is smart.
Was this the first half or the second half?
First, maybe. I'm getting a first. But, well, no.
I cannot.
Interception.
I can't find it.
We got a field goal out of it, right?
Yeah. Where is it?
Wow, I don't know which one it is. I'm sorry. But still, we can still talk about it.
Yeah. Talk about it. Start talking about it. I'll find it.
Okay. That was I guess the tipping point for me when I was concerned about the offense, because I had went into it thinking the Browns defense is good, but our offense last week, this doesn't look like it nearly enough. Now, compared to the second half, we did not have a single drive where we didn't score. Field goal, touchdown, end of game.
Yeah.
So if we're able to flip it on its head, I can't complain much. But that drive where we need 6 and wow, we pissed down our leg. Like that was really that was embarrassing.
Yeah. So it was the Ravens got the ball coming out of halftime. It was that drive. So the first drive of the third quarter. And it's when Lamar hit the deep shot to Hopkins and he was down at the 1, which that sucked that it wasn't a touchdown, because that highlight would have been everywhere all week if it was a touchdown. And it's not going to be. First of all, Lamar getting out of that sack and just when he's jogging to the left like this, he's about to launch it. And Hopkins, man, we can talk about him later, but they have it at the 1. And then Mitchell Payton, who, besides this false start, has played really well filling in for Ricard. And then it was either second down or third down. I think I don't know. Andrews just drops the touchdown. Like, it is in his grasp and it gets punched out, and like that, it can't happen. That can't happen.
Maybe you can help me with this, because I thought that was such, like, I don't know why that wasn't a touchdown. 2 hands, 2 feet. What's the difference between that and like a toe tap catch on the sideline, right? What's the difference?
I just think that like
he was saying football move, and I'm like, what? You can't make a football move if you're catching the ball on the sideline toe tap. Like, what's the difference?
I just think if Andrews had the ball for maybe like another half to full second, I think it's a touchdown. And like, I understand there's written rules for what's a catch and what's not a catch, but honestly, you can just watch it. But it's more of an eye test thing. Like, oh, did he have it long enough? Probably not. Like, that's kind of how I feel about if something's a catch or not. And I mean, in my opinion, even as a biased Ravens fan, I think just not long enough. I think, in my opinion, there. Similar to sorry guys, I should not be bringing this up, but Lee Evans 2011, it was pretty similar to that. The drop in the end zone there. So anyway, Tyler Loop kicks a 33-yard field goal, which Loop today 2 for 2, 33 and 43, I believe. So
happy with that.
Yeah, let's just talk about that right now. I mean, Andre Schmidt on the Browns, the Patriots kicker that they drafted out of not Florida State. I can't remember, but he has been terrible. And
I know.
I mean, Ravens sort of, I don't want to say getting lucky with their rookie because, Randy Brown spent a lot of time, but knowing that Tyler Loop is at least a solid kicker is really good to know. Yeah. And Zach, I think we should just sort of wind out the special teams here. LaJohntay Wester, very aware in the return game. The very first one bounced to him for a while, picks it up right around his chest, gets 23 yards, gets to midfield, and then the Jake Hummel blocks punt, which sort of opened up the game.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He ran right through Ronnie Hickman, who was sort of the guy right behind the long snapper, and he blocked it with like his forearm. Sanusi Kane with the recovery. Special teams today, A. I give him an A.
Totally agree. Blocked punt, you basically default to an A. I mean, I'm going to try really hard over the next however long we're on this to try and remember when the last blocked punt was for the Ravens. And that's just, we had always been close. It had always been like a, from the crowd because it had always been, there, but it's never really real. And so that one, I totally love. Yeah, Rodway was saying Hummel is amazing. And he seems to be the perfect Raven kind of pickup.
That's why they signed him.
Yeah, right. And not necessarily to be the veteran guy that takes the snaps from Buchanan and Simpson. It was to be the special team stud that he is. I love that.
So yeah, Hummel blocks the punt, and Tylan Wallace with the 15-yard touchdown. He played a ton today. Wasn't that pretty surprising?
Yeah, him and Walker. Him and Tez Walker.
There you go. Yeah.
4 catches for 51 yards and 3 touchdowns. That is my biggest surprise. Is it weird to be a little concerned about Bateman's role with us now? Like Hopkins playing. I mean, dude, if you throw DeAndre Hopkins the ball, I'm spiraling. I'm sorry. If you throw DeAndre Hopkins the ball, I feel like it's a catch. Like, what the crap was that? Those 2 catches, it's like, who on our team is making that grab? I don't know.
Maybe likely.
That's hard to say. Both of those catches, I mean, dude, he is.
I said maybe likely.
Okay. All right. But Rod kind of, I'm not advocating for it because I think it only makes us better. He's saying Bateman might get traded.
Okay.
That I'm not advocating for it, but it's like if Likely returns and he's a factor and Bateman is not a factor, he caught 2 balls today for 15 yards. Like, you're right, Andrew here. Bateman contract's too good to be traded. Keep him this year. I agree. I'm a little caught off guard that Hopkins has been such a diamond in the rough compared to Bateman's role through 2 weeks. That's all.
Yeah, real quick, I'll go to Bateman and then Hopkins. Bateman, this is a insane overreaction. Like, he's had plenty of games where he doesn't even eclipse 20 yards. Like last year, it happened a lot. Not a lot, but it definitely happens. And
he had 700 yards though, right?
Yeah. But like, there's 15 more games, Zach. We got 15 more games to play. Like, This is an insane overreaction on Bateman. Not concerned at all. If he has 2 more 15-yard games after this, I'll talk about it then. But in terms of Hopkins, I agree. Like we saw him on the Chiefs last year make a couple plays. He looks more athletic this year than he did last year. And I don't know why, how, but the second touchdown on the left sideline near the end of the game. I mean, that I wish we could know the catch probability on that from next gen stats, because I mean, he completely the corner was in perfect position and he went under and got that ball. And you know, we just saw the Eagles Chiefs game 1-on-1. Hurts just throws it up to Devontae Smith when Spags is running engage 8. If we got Hopkins 1-on-1 coverage against cover 0 in certain situations, I mean,
you got to throw him the ball.
This is that Madden 16 aggressive catch right now.
See, that's what I'm saying. That is like, I can't even. I am just, when that touchdown happened, I was just lost for words. Like that, it's a totally different feeling now, and I feel bad almost for someone like Bateman that isn't getting involved when he definitely deserves to be. But still, 19 completions in total today. Yeah. And another big name that we need to circle is Mark Andrews. 1 catch.
Yeah, let's get to that.
3 targets. Sure, the touchdown one, I can brush past that one.
You can?
I was kind of weirded out that it was a freaking touchdown. I can. Even though he probably should have been a little more aware. But his role in the offense without Likely makes me worried for the future, not having a Mark if we do decide to keep a Likely. Sure, Kolar can be good. But my argument for the two of them has always been they make each other as great as they do when it comes to one of them having a great game, because they'll overcompensate for a Likely or overcompensate for a Mark. So I think, you know, we're also going to talk about Zay. I'm getting lost here.
Yeah.
But Mark Andrews is following the same path as last year right now. Like,
yeah,
no stats. He got targeted in the end zone today, but no stats that are worth talking about. And then hopefully a bounce back the rest of the year. I mean, how do you even think about that?
Yeah, it's he doesn't look, and I mean, we said this last year in September, he doesn't look great out there. And I mean, I know you talk about how like the tight ends make each other better, and I do agree with that. But when it's just Likely out there, he goes off. And like, I don't think Likely needs Andrews. I mean, in 2023, when Andrews was injured, Likely was you start in fantasy every week with no questions about it. Like, and again, I'm not trying, like, you don't want to say any crazy opinions week 2, because Andrews could have 9 touchdowns this year. But like, there's a reason they were going to extend Isaiah Likely the day that he ended up having a small fracture in his foot or whatever. Like, he is the younger player. He's the better player. I like Isaiah Likely as a football player. I would much rather have Isaiah Likely than Mark Andrews. So the drop just, sort of adds on to it. I mean, it just keeps happening. Like, there's just so many plays, and even in the regular season last year, where you would just really like Mark Andrews to catch this specific pass, whatever it is, and it doesn't happen a lot.
Yeah, Chris here in the chat, Likely makes something out of nothing with broken plays for Lamar. That might be all you need to point to, that Likely's ability to, execute the play after the play compared to Mark is astronomical. It's a large difference.
Yeah.
And we might have needed a few of those. Yeah, if you guys have anything else to chat about, we'd love to talk about it. We're going to keep going on a few of these names. Got to talk about Mr. Zay Flowers. Are you kidding me, dude? Yeah. Following up week 1 with not an amazing performance, but I mean a wide receiver 1 performance. 7 receptions, 75 yards, 11 targets is my big circle. Whatever doubts that were had after, his injury about like, his significance to the team and the offense and how good he really is. And it's only been upgraded, I think, compared from last year. He's taken a jump, and he's also taken a jump as in how much the Ravens want to use him. He also had one carry for 4 yards.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else to say besides giving Zay his flowers. Like it is for the rest of the year, what is he supposed to be freaking estimated for now? Like,
I mean, he's over 200 yards in 2 games, so technically he'd be on pace for like 1900 yards. I mean,
that's not going to happen. But I mean, I'm thoroughly impressed with how much Monken wants to use him too. I love that, and how much Lamar's looking for.
Yeah. I thought about this. I had thoughts about this when the Ravens were conservative in the fourth quarter against the Bills. He's really hard to cover. I don't think these guys can cover him. Like I don't think most corners can cover Zay, especially when you get him in the slot, off ball, get him in motion, running across the field. He is impossible to cover. So, I mean, he's going to be awesome, and we're seeing this trajectory from him. Second year, first of all, really good rookie year. Second year, definitely noticeably better than his rookie year. This year already, I'd say very noticeably better than his second season. And he talked about the whole running straight thing just continues to, run with conviction after the catch. And it's making a big, big difference. Like you can tell. So, I mean, this receiving room as a whole is looking really good. And like Tez Walker, 3 career receptions, 3 career touchdowns. Like
Randy Moss.
Yeah, I mean, you look at this receiving core right now: Zay, Bateman, Hopkins, and Tylan Wallace and Tez as the 4 and the 5 both made plays today. So this is looking really good in the receiving core.
Yeah, the Ravens averaging 40.5 points a game through 2 weeks. I mean, could not be happier, especially going into what you would think is a shootout next week.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip it a little. Roquan, 15 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and a touchdown. That fired me up. Seeing really the fan base calling upon Roquan Smith to have a genuinely good star caliber game. Sure.
Yeah.
Any of those guys can return a touchdown. But Roquan being the guy to do it, Roquan having these 3 tackle for losses that were just fire you up type stuff and being everywhere in that game, that reassures me that he is who we think he is for this defense, that he can be the 15 tackles freaking Roquan Smith again. And not saying that the guy next to him was. I think Teddy was playing most of the game. Teddy or Simpson, whoever it was just in the shadow of how good Rowe was. That's not a bad point. Rod in the chat here. Rowe has to do that in big games. And I think it's just good to see that he's still capable of doing it. We haven't really seen a Roquan Smith star level game in honestly a little bit. So I'm glad that we did see it in any way.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm trying to not say crazy stuff tonight, but is that the best he's looked since the year they traded for him?
Probably.
He looked awesome today.
Yeah.
Like I mentioned, the Browns' first possession, he blew up that run up the middle. And then I think it was the Browns' third possession, short pass in the flat to Judkins, and he got him in the backfield for -4. That's another one of the tackle for losses. Him and Matabike both got pressure on back-to-back plays on one drive. A lot of blitzes today too, and Roquan was sent on a lot of those blitzes. And then obviously, Tavius Robinson gets the strip on Joe Flacco in the fourth quarter, which live, I didn't think that was a fumble, but
me neither.
It definitely was on the replay. But great play by Tavius, and then Roquan showing the speed, racing against himself, down the field. But great awareness to pick up that ball, and it's really good to see Roquan be in the spot to return that one for a 62-yard touchdown. But great play by Tavius as well.
And when you also needed, reassurance for the pass rush, Tavius gets to him. Matabike has looked just like how we would ask for through 2 weeks too. He is getting pressures out the wazoo. got to Flacco this week. I think there was some kind of parts where you still didn't feel very comfortable. I think Marlon Humphrey's dropped pick. Humphrey looked kind of rough today. And I think a lot of people have been calling for his head, even in a freaking 24-point freaking win. So someone's got to still die on a sword. And I think that someone like Humphrey was getting a lot of defensive blame because everyone else seemed to do their job. I don't know.
Well, I definitely wouldn't say he looked rough. There were two plays for me. One, Judkins was trying to hit the corner on a run, and he easily beat Marlon to the sideline, where I was kind of thinking Marlon was going to tackle him in the backfield on that play. And then, the dropped pick that turned into a touchdown was terrible. And there was obviously some thinking that we might end up losing this game right when that play happened. But, besides that, I think Marlon played perfectly fine besides those two plays. So I wouldn't really put too much, emphasis on that. He also left the game with an injury. Do you know anything about that? I saw Harbaugh just say it wasn't serious.
Humphrey?
So, yeah.
I didn't see anything about that. I saw, was it Van Noy?
Van Noy
had a hamstring issue.
Had a hamstring. Marlon left early because Keon Martin was playing in the fourth quarter in the slot. So, Marlon left early with an injury, and so did Van Noy, but they're both not serious injuries. So, probably going to be fine there. I think Keon Martin filled in well. He had 5 tackles and I think a quarter and a half or something like that. Malachi Starks, 7 tackles on a few blitzes. Man, and I'm speaking this if I'm watching the game as a fan on broadcast camera, you do not notice Starks that much. And I'm saying that in a positive light. Like, he is not giving up big plays around him at all. And that's really good to see from a rookie. Hamilton really struggled as a rookie, and we're not seeing that at all from Starks. No one's getting behind this defense right now. So I think that was promising. Awuzie, in my opinion, looked just as good as he did against the Bills. TJ Tampa looked good. I don't know if you could say filling in for Jair because we don't even know if he was injured or not, but playing in the replacement of Jair Alexander, I thought Tampa looked good. So even without Jair Alexander, whether he was a healthy scratch or slightly banged up, this cornerback room is still, playing really well in my opinion. And I got to say, I think we should continue to harp on this a little bit more. I'm really impressed with Awuzie. I was not expecting this when they signed him.
I thought he was getting a little picked on today, but I think that was only because if the rest of the defense was playing well, maybe he lost his step a few times. And even then, I think he was the one covering Judy for most of the time. So, to only allow 4 catches for 51 yards, I would say I'm more impressed than not with him. So I'm going to agree with you. Even following, an impressive performance from Fannin last week. Him and Njoku, 9 catches combined, 88 yards. I'm going to say that's a little surprising, but I think that's what Flacco does. Flacco feeds his tight ends.
I talked about it in the preview. I said that they're going to get the Browns that were in 12 personnel a ton week 1, and they were again today, getting Fannin and Njoku the ball. And those tight end, and we all know Njoku's hard to cover, and Fannin is going to be a good tight end in this league, man. Being very productive in his first 2 games, you do not see that very often from rookie tight ends.
Andrew with the chat, Brandon Stevens will let you go for 150 and 2 TDs. We had a member chat here from Chris. Won't be comfortable with offense till they sit 77. We appreciate you, Chris, for being a member for 1 month.
1 month. There you go, Chris.
1 month in. We appreciate it. Andrew had a comment. Rasheen Ali concussion. That was pretty early on in the game, right?
Yeah, really early.
That was
maybe opening kickoff, I think.
That's what I thought.
So, yeah, that's obviously not great to see because I really liked him on kick return in the preseason and week 1. Probably will play next week, if not week 4. Keaton Mitchell, healthy scratch again.
That's weird. Him and Jair.
We've already talked about this. Harbaugh doesn't, unless you have a big role on offense, if you're not great at special teams, Harbaugh is not thrilled with you. And I think that's just kind of what's happening with Keaton Mitchell right now. I think he could have helped out today when the run game was struggling. Getting some speed on the edge, maybe try some tosses with Mitchell. Just get people going side to side when nothing is going north and south with Derrick Henry. So I don't know. I mean, if Rasheen Ali isn't healthy enough on Monday, then Keaton Mitchell will definitely play. So maybe we'll see him on Monday Night Football.
Yeah. I'd say that my biggest concern was the running game, though. I don't like that. I think you can probably have a lot more success against the Lions. But Rod Wave said it in the chat. Rod, you see how much the Lions scored? We're in trouble. Yeah, to look ahead. That's going to be a catastrophe of a game. That seems like it could be whoever has the ball last kind of thing.
I will say,
we do own the Lions.
We own the Lions, and Jared Goff's scrambling ability compared to Josh Allen's is not comparable. So there were, how many plays against the Bills were because of Josh Allen running around for 10 seconds and someone gets open?
True. Yeah.
In terms of any more defensive things I wanted to talk about, Tavius Robinson had 6 tackles, was on top of the strip. I felt like when Trenton Simpson was in there, he still played fine. They definitely went with Buchanan a lot more today, though. Yep. So that was interesting. You mentioned Matabike. He looks more like 2023 Matabike than last year Matabike, which is really good to see. Definitely getting a ton of pressure these last 2 games. Not much from Mike Green, but he was on the field a lot, especially after Kyle Van Noy went down. So he's getting a lot of experience. And I think that's about all for me on the defensive side of the ball. Anything else from you?
Do you think, this is not really a Ravens question, do you think Dylan Gabriel's the starting quarterback next week for the Browns?
Do you know they play?
No.
I think they give Flacco a few more weeks at least.
Oh, no.
Who is it?
It's the Packers.
Yeah, they would not start Dylan Gabriel against the Packers. That would not be a good idea.
Oh, my.
I would say their next easy game, maybe.
That's going to be a stinker.
That's not going to be a good game for Cleveland.
That's rough.
That's not going to be great. So,
yeah. I don't think I have anything else. That's not necessarily the score. I didn't think the Ravens were going to put up 40 again, but it's like, go ahead.
I do have something else to talk about. I'm going to crack open an egg right now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, John Harbaugh annoyed me a little bit today. So, in the first half, when there was, I think, 3 minutes left, the Ravens went 3 and out after a kind of a weird rollout play to Andrews that was short. And then it was 4th and 1, and they're at like the 15 or the 10 or something. And instead of punting, they went to try to draw the Browns off sides, like a fake tush push type of thing. Mm-hmm. And they took a delay a game. Okay, this is such a tiny thing, but you're a few minutes away from halftime and you're willing to move yourself back from the 15 to the 10. I just do not understand that. The Browns are getting an extra 5 yards of field position. They're at midfield instead of the 45. Maybe they're at the 45 instead of the 40. Ravens have 3 timeouts. That makes no sense to me. And I know it's a little thing, but if the Ravens are playing a good team and they do that, the Browns got a field goal before halftime. They kicked a 38-yard field goal with this kicker that's been struggling. It would have been a 43-yard field goal. Maybe he misses. And if you're playing a good team, this is just these little things that we talk about. There's a lot of things against the Bills on Sunday. That was just something else that I noticed that it makes no sense to me. Either call your timeout or don't try to draw them off sides. Because, Stout was punting. He was in the end zone punting the ball. There's no reason to do that.
Was time not ticking at that point? At the 2 minute? Let's see.
It was before the 2 minute warning. They punted right around the 2 minute warning.
Yeah.
There's no reason to
I think whenever I'd watched it, I thought it was kind of a time play. They were trying to take a little more time off the clock for Cleveland.
I don't think so. I think they were just trying to draw them off sides.
even then, I don't think it was a massive deal. I think that even then, the Ravens still have a sack and they still let up a 23-yard pass on that. I don't think that matters as much.
I do. It's 5 yards of field position. When we talk about the Ravens losing in the terms of because it's a game of inches, you can't give up 5 yards of field position just for no reason. I mean, that's not what you do.
I don't know. I think you're overanalyzing that.
I don't think I am.
I don't think that when it was 7-yard pass, 3rd and 3.
You can't do that, bro. At least call a timeout. Exactly.
How do you get from 258 to
this is exactly. I agree with Chris. Not massive, but annoying. If we play someone good, we're getting run off the field like in the Bills game. Like Zach. Okay, it was a 38-yard field goal. It would have been a 43-yard field goal. Let's say like they ended up kicking a 54-yard field goal, and if the Ravens didn't do that stupid thing, it would have been a 59-yard field goal. Like,
well, that's not how it works.
Yes, it is.
That's not how it works. You're not saying it's not absolutely a guarantee that it's 5 yards more.
What do you mean?
The whole freaking drive for that was another breakdown of a 2-minute drill. I don't think that trying to get them offsides, that's what like most teams do. I don't think that that's a major.
You can call a timeout instead of taking delay a game and punt from your own end zone. Like,
is it not more beneficial to keep a timeout in that situation? Why would
I would rather not have my punter be standing in the end zone for no reason. I would have not even tried to draw them offsides because they're not going to jump offsides there anyway.
From where? They punt that from where?
I don't know, but Jordan Stout was standing in the end zone, so
from the 9.
Yeah.
I thought he had a great day punting wise. So I think
Jordan Stout had a really good day punting.
I really don't think there's much to see into it. I would have more concern with just the two allowing points again in a 2 minutes, under 2 minutes in the half situation. Well, yeah, so I agree. I think that your situation where it's 5 more yards, that doesn't help, but it's still, it was basically one play. It was a sack from Adebike. It
was Njoku down the seam.
Yeah. And I think that is more of the issue. I guess I don't know.
I don't think it's the end of the world. If this were to happen in a playoff game or a primetime game against a good team, and they end up getting a 55-yard field goal and making it down in the corner of the upright, we would all be talking about why did Harbaugh take that delay game and give them 5 extra yards? That scenario didn't happen, but it could. So that's just what was going through my mind during that. So
yeah, Chris is saying it only takes one play to create a spiral. Yeah, I either way, if that gave them any momentum, I guess I would agree with you guys. I just don't think that Cleveland was generating anything, and I think giving them the ball, I don't think 5 yards would have really helped the Stout punt in any way. So looking at it from coaching, I guess I would care a lot more about it, especially if it was a playoff team. I totally agree with you guys.
Mm-hmm. One more thing. Lamar didn't run at all today. I'm perfectly fine with that if you're going to win by 20. Yeah. I saw some people on Twitter sort of complaining that the Ravens weren't using the option run game today, and
they were not.
Lamar wasn't running enough. And yes, when the offense is struggling, you probably should have Lamar running more on designed runs and using the option game more. But when you look back at this and Lamar didn't get hit at all and they win by 24 points, that is exactly what you want to happen. So
yeah,
that's a positive for me.
The option really was non-existent.
They didn't use it, yeah.
And I think that it does help when you have a Ricard in that, but it also helps if there is early momentum in that in any way. Mm-hmm. And there was none. I was very impressed by Cleveland's front four.
They played awesome.
Yeah. They made our O-line look pretty silly. Myles Garrett was crossing up Ronnie Stanley pretty bad. That, I was like, all right, this is a different beast than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah,
usually we kind of take care of business, I guess, with them. But this was crap.
Yeah, we talked about how good this front four was in the preview, and they played better than I thought they were going to.
Yeah, so. Agreed. The other names for them didn't show up. Garrett was the game wrecker they needed him to be, but it wasn't enough to make up for Lamar taking care of the.
Mason Graham played well, especially in the first half.
He did do good.
Okay, one final play I remember. I think it was a third down, and Lamar was stiff arming Malik Collins, I think, their big D tackle, and threw a rope to Zay, who also made a great catch coming back to the ball. I just wanted to mention that play. Like, how did Lamar throw that pass? Like,
I don't know how Zay caught it. I didn't think it was a catch at all. I was like, no, that wasn't a catch. Like, why is everyone freaking out? Maybe it was just the angle, but that was a ridiculous play.
It was a 3rd and 13.
I'm glad you mentioned that. I'm glad you mentioned that.
So that was cool too. I'm trying to just make sure I don't have anything else, and I don't think I do. Derrick Henry's the run game is even worse in the first half. Derrick Henry had 5 carries for 5 yards at halftime.
Wow.
I guess we can go over the team stats real quick.
Okay.
Ravens 3 for 12 on 3rd down.
Yikes. Dang.
That's not good.
See that? Wow.
Browns had 323 total yards. Ravens had 242 total yards. Each team had 12 drives. Browns 4.5 yards per play. Ravens 4.6 yards per play.
Oh my gosh.
And like you mentioned earlier, Ravens 45 rushing yards. So hopefully the run game gets going against the Lions early, and it looks better than it did tonight. But I think it will.
Would it be bad to say that, dude, looking at these stats, those turnovers obviously changed the game, but the defense might have outplayed the offense, and the offense put up
34 points.
I'm very impressed by that. I didn't realize the yards were so off like that. Ravens had 242 total yards of offense.
Yeah, that's not good.
Holy crap. I had no idea it was that low. It really was the defense, like, creating the turnovers, creating the havoc. Some early stops, I guess, that didn't allow the game to be close in the beginning, and just kind of make adjustments at halftime and put them away.
Yeah.
And that's all you needed to do. Wow.
I mean, you beat these divisional opponents who are inferior to you. You win these games by not turning the ball over. And the Ravens did that. That's why, like, despite maybe a not great offensive output, like, if the Ravens this is kind of funny now, like, if the Ravens don't play great, if they don't turn the ball over, I am happy, at least right now, because that is showing improvement protecting the ball. And actually, the Ravens offense not getting going in the first half for a while. They did have a lot of not great field position. And Harbaugh talked about the interview coming out of halftime. He was like, we're just trying to not turn the ball over and punt it back. Like, that's basically what he said. And when you're playing this team, I'm okay with that. You end up scoring 40 points. Like, they eventually crack when you're playing a team that's worse than you. They eventually crack. So
how honestly did they score 41 points?
Well, so Roquan scored a touchdown.
Yeah.
Wester returned a punt to midfield. What else? I mean, you have a 43-yard Moss by DeAndre Hopkins down to the 1.
Yeah.
Like, there was a few plays, to be honest. Like,
blocked punt setup.
Yeah, exactly. I knew I was missing one thing.
Wow.
There you go, Chris. Nate returning a pick to the 5.
Yeah, like, literally inside the 5.
See, it was all defense today. Like,
hats off to him. Zach Orr's got to be happy about that.
Nate Wiggins ran out of gas, dude.
Did you see the video of Flacco chasing him?
Yeah.
It's like he just falls. Yeah, poor guy. That was awesome.
Dude, like, Nate Wiggins runs a 4.28 and got caught by an offensive lineman. He was out of gas.
Yeah, that happened in the Eagles game too, right before this.
Wow. Yeah, Makuba.
Yeah.
Except Josh Simmons apparently runs a 4.3.
Yeah, that's insane. 4.3.
But like, we just continue to harp on it. They won the game because they didn't turn the ball over. Like, it's so simple. It is so simple. You can talk about everything. You can talk about coverages, the game plan, run schemes. They didn't turn the ball over.
Anyone know how many turnovers the Ravens had last year total? Do you know that?
I do not know.
Like, I think they will beat that number, and it felt like Lamar had 4 interceptions, but the fumbles department was maybe 3 or 4 or 5. I don't remember how many Lamar had too, but it felt like you turned the ball over in the entire year 12 times maybe total.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and the fact that they are caring even more about that shows that there is a chance that in the playoffs they can correct it.
Yeah.
So I very much like the mentality of that going forward. I don't like that Henry has been the 2 fumbles. Maybe we're just getting out of the way, I guess. But
hopefully.
Hopefully.
I apologize. One last thing.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson is now tied with Aaron Rodgers, who's also still currently playing, for the best career passer rating in NFL history. They're both tied at 102.6. Lamar had, I think, 128 passer rating today, and I think it was 144 against the Bills. So maybe one more week, and he's at the number 1 spot. Obviously, this is something. This is not a yardage type of thing, so this is going to be a fluctuating sort of list. But he could try to separate himself here. Maybe have when
they put the stats up comparing him to Flacco all time for the Ravens, and passing or yards was still about 18,000 off passing was, but I think every other Lamar was like a year or 2 away, and I'm like, holy crap, he's about to destroy those numbers. Like, oh my god, crazy stuff.
Pretty cool stuff.
I did see that, but it does not click as much whenever it's 40 to.
It's insane to think about. He is tied with Aaron Rodgers for the best passer rating in NFL history.
What was the next closest? It wasn't that close, right?
So Aaron Rodgers and Lamar both at 102.6. Mahomes is at 101.8. Burrow is at 101.0. Those are the only 4 guys above 100.
Crap.
Burrow, by the way, going to be out a few weeks.
Yeah, we play them after the bye, I guess, right?
Yeah, we play them not for a while.
So we're probably still going to see him, but they still got a crazy win against the Jags. Are you kidding me?
That's
how in the world.
They should be 0-2. They're 2-0, but their next 4 games are tough.
Good.
The next 4 games are, I know it's like Broncos, Packers, Lions, and Broncos, Packers, Lions, Vikings. That's completely the wrong order, but those are the next 4 games.
Oh, okay. Completely.
I think it's Vikings next week, but yeah.
Mahomes lost too. 0-2 for the first time.
0-2 for the Chiefs.
Holy crap.
They're going to be fine. I'm not even going to harp on that, but
I know, but I don't like the sound of playing them in 2 weeks.
Yeah, they're going to be 1-2.
1-2.
I don't like that either.
They're going to be mad. Yuck. I don't like that. But I think that's all we got for you guys.
Yep.
We appreciate you all for coming through. Brad, we'll let you talk about everyone a shout out, but we want to mention to like the video, subscribe if you're new, or if you have been a returning viewer. We appreciate you for your support. We have memberships now. If you're not a part of it, you should be. $2.99 a month. It's in the description. You sign up. For the first time this week, I should have said this at the beginning. Dang it. For the first time this week, we're going to be doing a Q&A opportunity for you guys on the YouTube. So any of the members get priority. You will probably, I would say, almost guarantee answer your question on our Q&A this week. I believe with
Sutton.
Sutton.
Wednesday night.
Purple Rain Podcast.
Wednesday night with Sutton from the Purple Rain Podcast. Yeah.
We'll answer your questions. Become a member. Brad, give everyone a shout out. Do you think?
Yeah, so we got Chris as always, Andrew G as always, Rod Wave. Appreciate you for being here tonight as well. Khalil. Am I missing anyone else?
I saw Tila, ISO, Charles,
Tila and ISO.
W in there, big W, yes sir. I think that's it.
But yeah, man. Oh, and Charles was here for a second too. Charles Atkinson. Appreciate you for being here as well. Appreciate you guys. We will see you Wednesday night.
Peace.